What is going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of the Minecraft realm. In today's video, we have some very exciting stuff. A lot of garden building, really farm building, I guess, and also working on this zombie spawner that I found. And also, I just want to talk about, like, what I think is so important with, like, whenever you're building a zombie farmer, make sure to just choose an easy design. Like, the design I picked, it was super simple, easy to follow. I'll describe it right now. So basically what you do is you dig out 4 blocks each way to make a 7x7 square, or a 9x9 square, and then you just fill out everything. So that way a spawn can spawn anywhere from in that range. So that's why you want to do that. And that creates the hole in the middle where the zombies will fall through. And with this, you dig down a couple of blocks until you get to a point where you can build a little base. And then you just basically... This design, I kept it super simple. I just watched like a 3-minute video. It probably took me half an hour to build. If I was fully doing it, I was kind of distracted doing stuff, and obviously, but it's a good design, and I would say it makes very good XP for a really simple design. For beginning design, if you find a spawner, I would recommend this one. And then after this, I decided to work on enchanting my armor. So... I believe that it's important to get the armor because I was like, I have the diamonds and stuff all ready to get it. And I was like, I might as well get it, even if I'm not going to use the armor now. Because I wanted to test the spawner anyways to make sure it worked. And yeah, get to level 30. And what I recommend, if you get enchants and you don't want them, just get a book and then choose a really low level enchant. So that way... you don't waste any time, you know? Alright, I got a fishing rod here. I really don't know why I got a fishing rod. It was kind of honestly a waste of time, but I got it because I wanted to get cats. But at this point, I was finally comfortable with letting the villagers out of their thing and just letting them be free. And like I said, that's why I thought it was so important to make sure to take care of the villagers. Because honestly, I did not want to have to deal with having them in a box, to be honest, you know? So, during this time, I got a mending book villager for 14 emeralds. What I've learned, the best villager trades, they're really all okay. I mean, if you have a Fletcher, for example, you can trade wood with him and everything. You can trade sticks. So it's really whatever you want to do. And like, since I have the zombie farmer, I can trade a bunch of rotten flesh with the cleric, and so on. But as you can see, I'm designing this farm. This farm took me a long time to design. I wanted to make it look really good, and I feel like I did that. I also was filling in all the holes I saw just because I didn't want mobs to spawn below it, because that's super annoying. And I also was like, I put this really close to my zombie spawner, because I was like, if I need levels, I want my crops to be growing as well, because they won't grow if you're not close to them, which is, I'm also going to put my house, which will be in the next video, going on the ocean front right behind the garden. This garden is very big. It's a very simple design. Basically, I tried to be efficient with everything. So with the water on the normal crops, like the wheat and all that, I put 3 rows on each side before water. So sometimes there'd be 6 and everything. And as long as you're doing, I think water goes 4. So I could have done 1 more on each side, but it's efficient enough for me. I'm not going to need 10,000 emeralds. It's like, if I need to expand the farms, I can. But I will say, going forward, I would recommend, if you're going to trade with villagers, I would go for carrots and potatoes, because those they produce multiple per one. For wheat, you only get 1. So, that is my recommendation. Also, I would say this leveling took the most amount of time because I was filling in every single gap to make sure, just like I said, I wanted it to look where it was efficient, easy, and also, the thing is, it's not perfect, because I've worked on it more since this time, which you'll see in a little bit. But it's still not perfect, but you know what? It's good enough. And it's like, I know I can go back and fix it later. But, so at this point, I was pretty happy with it. And I was so tired of just going through iron, I just made it where I used stone shovels and stone hoes for all that because it made it easy. What I would recommend is if you are going to leave gaps below it, make sure to place torches because you do not want mobs to spawn because that would be really annoying. And also with the mob spawner, it may affect that. So I will say the cocoa beans are honestly kind of pointless. It's the only farm I feel like I built that was pointless. The sugarcane is the only farm I didn't add to this because I have one by the coast anyways. And I use so much dirt in this, what I would do is I would just flatten out different sections, as you can see right now. And, I mean, I don't dislike doing this, but I do feel that when you flatten out area, it kind of just feels bland, you know? But it's good for, like, going forward if you want to build stuff, you know, because you're not going to want a crazy landscape, and it makes it hard to build on. But as you can see, with this farm, I wanted to make it where I had at least a couple of rows of everything. So that way, I would just be able to do it. And I also recommend harvesting with a fortune pickaxe, or fortune really anything. Because then you get more drops on everything except for wheat. Wheat, it doesn't apply. Melons, it might apply if I remember correctly. But this is the full farm was built at this point. So I just decided to go farm some zombies. And my thing with the zombies is, like, they're not the best. I did find a skeleton spawner. So I may, when I build my house, I may build a tunnel to each of them if I decide which one I want. But the zombie spawner is easy to get to. It's easy to use, so no complaints from me. Alright, by this point, I confirmed all the villagers' trades by trading once with them, and I decided to go on a little mining run to get some diamonds. I didn't really need diamonds, but I decided to head down there, and I found a couple. I will say with the new caves, you have to be very careful with witches and everything spawning because they are very annoying. They can hit you once, and you're down to 1 heart. This cave was pretty good. This is the cave I was telling you about that I found the skeleton spawner in. So I would say, like I said, skeletons are probably better if you need bone meal. I don't really need it. But as you saw there, I was harvesting a bunch of stone because that's what I'm going to do today. In this last part of the video, I'm going to put a bunch of stone down, a bunch of stone bricks and everything. And overall, this is going to make it where it just looks very... I like the stone feeling with it, you know, so I'm a big fan of that. So that's why I harvested like 8 to 10 stacks of stone, and as you'll see, that wasn't enough, but still, that's why I think it's so important to get a silk touch pickaxe. Also, with mending on it, I don't feel bad using a diamond pickaxe because I can just trade with villagers to get the mending back up. So that's the benefit of mending. You don't have to use the tools even if you use them in a non-efficient way. Like, obviously a pickaxe, if it has mending, it's really never going to break. I also was super happy when I was like, oh, because I have the, zombie farm in this area. I put the composter on top of it right there. I feel like that made it hide very well. This stonework took a long time because I wanted it to look good. Stone bricks, I mean, here's the thing with it. It's a really simple design, but it just makes it look a lot better, I feel, than the normal. So, alright, I will say, if you're going to do a farm, make sure to light it up, because I definitely did not do that, and I'm going to need to add that. I feel like with this farm, sea lanterns will look really cool at certain points about it. So, you don't want to obviously just place torches down if it doesn't look good, but if you need it to light it up for the time being, it works, Alright, well, that's going to conclude episode 2. In episode 3, we'll probably work on our house. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure that out. Probably going to do like a dark oak and then a stone brick thing is what I was thinking. And I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.